now is the normal situations of life. As we wake up in the morning and go to sleep and everything, it's easier a little bit to bring the oneness in it. But then when I'm facing the big things, or what the mind says is the big thing,
yes.
I was in the Livermore laboratories last week because it was the Hiroshima weekend.
Yes.
And we needed about 5,000 people to hold hands around the laboratory, but we were only like 400 people.
Mm.
And the United States has enough nuclear power to destroy the Earth 18 times over.
Yeah.
And to just stand there with a consciousness of oneness, constantly breathing that, okay, this is the one existing.
That's the idea of oneness. The consciousness of oneness never thinks, it doesn't think about oneness. The last thing that comes into your mind is oneness when you're actually that knowingly.
So then what came up is that because I am working with the awakening within myself, this time I didn't have hatred for 250 police officers that were trying to hold 3 nuns
yes.
that were passing the line.
Uh-huh.
But not necessarily I had love for them. I was just there. Yet there was a line between numbness and being activated.
Uh-huh.
So that's the part that I'm wanting to clarify.
Were you numb or just uninvolved?
I was very involved, wanting to do something about this huge disaster that exists on Earth.
Uh-huh.
Yet I was getting numb, feeling like, well, there is this oneness. We're all one.
Mm.
And being activated with that.
So what's the question?
So that's the question.
What's the question?
That line. Okay, it's not a separation, of course, but as I stay in my awakening, I feel like there's not much I could do about that because it's taken care of by the oneness.
Uh-huh.
That's the question.
No, that's the statement. What's
That's
the question?
The statement. Maybe it is about my discomfort then.
Mm.
About people not doing anything about important things like that. And
yes.
I could be one of them.
Yes.
Because now I'm a little bit more spiritual.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, what do you want? Which one's more important to you? Truth or getting rid of the bombs?
Truth, of course.
Ah, okay.
And then what?
Then you find out. I can't tell you what. I can't, because who knows what? You can't know what. You may still end up there, protesting, playing your part, whatever it is. But there's always 1,000,001 what seem like great reasons. Points, I like to think of them as points of hesitation to not totally let go. Because totally letting go is actually, it's totally letting go. It's letting go not only of everything inside yourself, it's letting go of your friends, and it's letting go of your neighbors, and it's letting go of your ideas, and it's letting go of your ideals, and it's letting go of your judgments of the world and the way it could be and should be, and whether there should or shouldn't be bombs. I mean, it's either you let go or you don't. See? And there is a part within the human structure, often the conditioned structure, that's afraid to let go that much, to totally let, because they go, well, what's it going to be like afterwards? Am I just going to be totally irresponsible? Am I not going to care? Am I going to, sit on my couch and just say it's all the will of God? But of course, that's the whole point. You'll never know how the oneness will play itself out through you until you totally let go. You'll never know, and you can't know. And it's impossible to know as long as there's any agenda that you actually, as a manifestation, be a certain way and have certain concerns. Because you may, and you also may not. But it's not going to be your decision.
And the totally letting go is the process of letting go.
It can be a process, it can be sudden, it can be gradual, it's pretty much whatever you want it to be.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
You know, but you do feel that as you let go. When it gets beyond an idea, doesn't it? You kind of it almost at a certain point it can almost feel like start to feel a little guilty letting go that much, because you're really, 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 really letting go. You know, and you feel your humanness. It almost has like I should stick around in samsara because I might not play my part out, or da-da-da-da-da, whatever the concept becomes. Often it's not conceptual, it's just underneath. 1,000,001 what seem like good reasons. But you just keep, if you want the truth, you just keep letting go. And then you see what the truth has in store for you, for your humanity. Because it will. It'll use you. It'll use you. It uses everybody.
Thank you for the reflection.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah. It's actually often shocking how far you get away from samsara. And even the good part, what we think of as the good and noble parts of samsara, saving the world, feeding the hungry, being nice spiritual people, whatever. And as you're letting go, so for some people, actually for quite a few people, start at a certain point, you start to feel a tension. Well, I let go completely. Completely. And what will I be like when I let go? And will I care about the world when I let go? Or will I not care about the world? And all I can say is, you have no idea. You may be like a Ramana, and you may sit on your couch and go, it's all the will of God, why get involved? You may be like Ramana, your mother will go, please come to your father's funeral, and you'll go, it's all the will of God, doesn't really matter. You might end up that way. Are you ready for that? Are you willing? Do you want to let go that much? Or you might think it'll end up that way, and the next thing you know, you're holding a protest sign and you're giving talks and you're playing that part out in a whole different way, except you wouldn't be, caught up in the drama of it. You'd just be manifesting the way the truth wanted to operate. Would you be ready for that? Do you see? Are we really ready to totally let go of the human agenda, whatever that is, to find out what naturally and spontaneously comes? And you know it's natural and spontaneous when it has no division to it. No division. No, it should be this way, it should be that way. No ego. I'm doing the high and noble thing and they're doing the rotten and terrible thing. When it's this undivided stream and you feel it. And maybe just simply being mother, father, brother. Doesn't need to be anything special. And most people, they feel that at some point, feel that tension. I like to call it letting go of your place in the universe. Are you ready to let go of whatever that place is? The victim place, the victimizer, the hero, the saint, the sinner. Because all of us as humans, we get used. You don't have to worry about it. You get used. Your part gets played. Everyone's playing their part right now. You haven't avoided playing your part for 1 second. Not one. You don't have to find your part. You're playing your part. You don't have to get it right because you can't get it wrong.